I make minimum income at my job at the University of Calabar, right? Like less than $120 per month, but seeing you can have fancy. Talk about fake life. Yeah, so what I do with my friends and family, or I mean what we have resolved to do, not the friends in the not the support group for men group. This is a different group of friends. They are married people, and so basically our incomes or income is not sufficient to run the house. All right, so we get paid a salary, and in 5 minutes or 20 minutes, you make all the transfers and you're left with nothing. But then you are hounded or stuck with your partner who still is who hold you accountable to run the house, regardless of how much you earn or something. Came up with this idea. I don't know if I came up with it, but figured out that hey, if you get paid next time, right, give that whole sum to your wife or to your significant other. Like just show them the alert, transfer the entire sum to them. My other friend is like, hey, no, he will take out his tithes and stay the tithes and something else before he gives the remaining balance to his partner. I'm like, bro, give everything. Like figure out another way to pay the tithe. Or I mean, yeah, do that, pay your tithe and hand over the rest to your partner. Basically, that's your salary, right? So give it to her and ask her to run the house with the money. You don't have to tell her anything, just give her the entire money. So she's going to figure out that, hey, yes, this is the full salary from my husband and from my whatever, and she has to run the house with it. She would soon find out what you have known all your life, that the money is not enough, right? But now, she has all of the sums. She cannot come back to you to ask for more money because she has all of the sums. Because that's it. Like, where would she expect you to get more from? Because you give her your entire salary. Now, usually when you get your salary, you set up money for like, that's what I do anyway. If I get paid, I do my salary and my rent by 12 months. I'll take out that month's salary away from the salary. I'll take out maybe like 3-4% as savings. Ideally, should be 10%, but I cannot even afford 10% savings with my salary structure. So I'll take out my rent, take out the savings, and then do with it. We'll do with the rest whatever we need to do with the house. But I'm saying, hey, don't even touch it. Give it to her for the whole month. Again, in 2-3 days, she will figure out what you have known all your life. That the money is not enough. But she will find creative ways to run that whole household for that month within that means. Now, your marriage is happier because at least she's not bickering at you for, hey, we need this, hey, we need that, hey, we need this. Because she is the that. Like she is the bank basically. So if anything, you should ask her for transport to go to work because you've given her the whole sum. You need it's usually from the salary that you have to pay your transportation, your data. So you ask her for the thing that you need. So she now basically is a breadwinner. And again, I'm saying this particularly to like African communities or like African, like we in Nigeria, basically, where it's usually the men who decide to be the breadwinners, basically, because our women or our wives are nurturers at home. Yeah, so our wives are nurturing family at home. So we cut them some slack from being in the job market or in the labor force. We would go out on hunts and bring food home for them to manage, basically. But marriages take a hit, primarily for financial reasons, because your wife is bickering. Because your wife is like a reality check. She's basically going to call you out on your responsibilities. Because yes, she's doing this for the household, and you are doing that, and she's doing her part well, because she's raising the children, nurturing the home, ensuring that you have a home to come back to. So while you're cleaning out there, you have all the support that you need from her, but she also needs you to bring home that killing for her to keep doing what she's doing. But sometimes it overlaps, right? And then we run into these troubles. But that's the best thing that I've figured out. Just give your whole earnings to your partner and let her figure out that hey, it's not enough. That way she's able to cut you some slack. In the same way you find out maybe during COVID when a lot of my friends were locked up at home with their partners, you will not figure out what these partners go through the kids, because you will never know. You think it's easy to just look after kids, but you spend enough time at home as she does, then you can really empathize with how much she says she's tired, she's overstimulating or something, and you have that empathy when you have first-hand experience of how draining or how challenging or how exhausting it is to take care of children or toddlers. So yeah, so it's a win-win situation if you have your partner have access to all of your earnings, because they'll just figure it out. I think if you do this for like 5 months, I guarantee you, she would automatically bring that money to you and be like, "Don't worry, don't give me any more. Just keep doing what you're doing," because she knows it's not enough. But she knows that if she comes to you at any time, you would provide, you would deliver. So she will rather, and then again, she also empathizes with you. Now she understands, just the way you've understood what it means to raise children, or to nurture your home, or to keep your home clean, right? So it's a win-win situation. I'm not sure this should be public information, but hey, we're in this era where men do not know what should be kept secret and what should be out, and I am now in that pack. Anyways, yeah, just wanted to tell that story and share that with some men out there struggling with this, with their partners. Because what that does is you begin to, I don't want to say despise, but yeah, begin to despise your partner, but because they're also always asking, and then you guys will have more arguments than you're supposed to do. And so I'm trying to reduce arguments at home, reduce accountability, reduce how everybody's asking each other because they don't know, like they don't know how to manage expectations. But once you put yourself in her shoes, like practically, and she is in your shoes, she has been in your shoes and she understands, I feel like there'll be more understanding in general, basically. So yeah, that's it for this episode, and see you next time. See? Hey, hi, my name is Onah, and happy to say that I passed the walkaway test. I mean, at least I was Africa front, and I cannot wait to share that journey with you and how we coordinated the entire event in Uganda and Liberia with the comms team on the ground without me being present.